big time, pal!
On the mean streets of Gadgetzan.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Hello, this is Amigo Gepe, and today we are going to review more cards from the new expansion Mean Streets of Gadgetzan. But before that, if you want to see the first part of the review, the link is right here. With that said, let's begin. So 1 week has passed and we have seen a lot of cards from the Grimy Goons, and they have the mechanic of buffing minions in hand, and that can be seen by the Grimy Goons boss, the one, the only, Don Hancho. A 7 mana 5/6 that can buff one minion at random with 5/5 stats. So this is a legendary card and it can be used with Bran for synergy to double buff, and the only powerful combination that people have seen or want to see is Gromash, but you can do that with other cards even faster, like Crazy Alchemist. But it's still a very good card for synergy, and you know, the buff is very powerful. Another card with this effect is Grimscale Smuggler, a 3 mana 2/4 that can buff a random minion in your hand with 1/1 stats. So this is very powerful with the other cards from Paladin, Warrior or Hunter that we are going to review today. But I don't know, paying 3 mana for a 2/4, it's not that valuable, but the buff is certainly very useful for the other cards if the buff hits the minion that needs the buff. Okay, so the first card is a Paladin card, Grimscale Outfitter, 2 mana 1/1, give all minions in your hand 1/1. So the body of this creature is very weak, but the effect is very powerful. You can use it in aggro Paladin, maybe even a tempo-ish Paladin perhaps, but nonetheless it's a very good card for Paladins. The next one is also a buffing minion, Grimscale Enforcer, a 5 mana with 4/4 stats that at the end of your turn give all minions in your hand 1/1. So imagine this, you play Grimscale Outfitter, then on turn 5 the Grimscale Enforcer becomes a 5/5, and every turn it buffs the other minions in your hand. So this card must be killed very quickly or the hand will become very powerful. But the hand can become very powerful with the next card, that is a spell, Smuggler's Run, give all minions 1/1 in your hand. So maybe we will see a very aggressive aggro Paladin deck, but remember, aggro is not about card draw, so it will suffer in that department. But we saw the 3 mana spell that puts in your hand 1/1 minions, so that's fuel for the aggro Paladin, but I don't know, maybe. The next one is Grimscale Chum, a Murloc for Paladins that is 1 mana 2/1, give a Murloc 1/1. So Blizzard really wants to push a Murloc Paladin deck, but not anything can happen Paladin deck, a very specific Murloc Paladin deck. But I don't know if this card is good. Don't get me wrong, it is good to give a Murloc 1/1, but which Murloc would you want to give? The raid leader, the charge one, the one that gives you cards, the one that buffs health to your other Murlocs? I don't know, but it's still a very cool art concept of a Murloc that wants to be part of the gang. The next card is Grimscale Protector, a taunt minion for 7 mana 6/6, give Adjuvante's minions Divine Shield. So it's a very powerful card on turn 7, but you need to have board to give the other minions Divine Shield. You can compare this with Argus, Defender of Argus, but it's very expensive and it even has taunt, so it's a very powerful card, but only if you have minions on the board. The next class is Warrior, and the first card is a spell, Stolen Goods. For 3 mana, give a random taunt minion in your hand, +3/+3. So everybody says that this card loses tempo, but On the other hand, the next turn you will play a big minion with taunt, like a Fierce Monkey that has 6-7, or Bloodhoof Brave that has 5-9 stats. That's very scary indeed. This card will definitely see play, but I don't know if this card will be competitive, but it's still a very good card to consider. The next card is Ally Armorsmith, 5 mana taunt, 2-7. Whenever this minion deals damage, give that much armor to your hero. So with Stolen Goods, it has synergy. It even has taunt against aggro decks. And it can be buffed with anything the warrior has in range, rampage, anything. It's a very good card against aggro, and it will definitely see play in warrior after Justicar Trueheart will roll out. The next card is Grimscale Pawnbroker, 3 mana, 3/3. Give a random weapon in your hand, +1/+1. So your Fiery War Axe becomes a 4 attack and 3 durability, or other weapons become more stronger. So it may be in Tempo Warrior, or even in a normal warrior even. It's a very good card, and it has good stats. But this can be comboed and be very powerful with Torium Knuckles, a 4 mana 2/3 weapon that after your hero attacks, give a random minion in your hand +1/+1. So with Grimscale Pawnbroker, this becomes a 3 attack and 4 durability weapon. It's very scary indeed. And the next one is Grimy Gadgetzan, a 4 mana 4/3. At the end of your turn, give a random minion in your hand +2/+2. Just like Grimscale Enforcer, but it gives more stats, but only for one minion. And it has a weak body, but it gives a powerful buff. So you have to protect it from other minions, but you cannot protect it from spells. So just like Mage can Frostbolt it, or Druid can Claw, or Swipe, or Wrath it, but it's still a very good card and might see play. The last class is Hunter, and the first card is Trog Beast Rager, a 2 mana 3/2. Give a random beast in your hand +1/+1. So this will push Control Hunter or any Hunter, because it's a 2 mana 3/2 just like King's Elec, and it will see play. The next card is Shaky Zip Gunner, a 3 mana 3/3. Deathrattle, give a random minion in your hand +2/+2. So Blizzard is trying to push Deathrattle Hunter to be a competitive deck. It's very good, it has good stats and a very powerful Deathrattle, and it can be comboed with Princess Huhuran. The next card is Dispatch Kodo, 4 mana 2/4. Deal damage equal to this minion's attack. So it's just like Keeper of the Grove, but without the silence. And if you buff it, it can even have a more powerful attack, so it can damage face or other minions. It's a very interesting card, and it will see play. It can even combo with Shady Zip Gunner. The next card is Rat Pack, 3 mana 2/2. Deathrattle, summon 1/1 rats equal to this minion's attack. So Infested Wolf saw play, and this will definitely see play because you can Abusive Sergeant it and then summon a lot of rats, and you can use the card from the old gods, Infest, yes, that's how it's called, to get other beasts. You can use it to go face, you can use it to enable skill command, or trade it to draw cards if you have Cult Master on the board. It's a very unique and very powerful card. And the last card is the legendary one, Knuckles, 5 mana 3/7. After attacking a minion, it also hits the enemy hero. So this is the first card that has the mechanic of attacking a minion and then attacking the hero. So if the opponent has a taunt, Knuckles just hits the taunt and hits the enemy hero. It's very good, very powerful, has good stats, has a lot of health. If you buff it, it's very, very dangerous, so it's very hard to kill because it has 7 health, and it's a very good card for Hunter. The next one is a legendary for Rogue, 3 mana 2/3, Shaku the Collector. Stealth, whenever this minion attacks, give a random card to your hero from your opponent's class. So everybody says that this card is crap, but it gives you a card, but it's not very good. Huckster is better, and it's a rare, and this is a legendary, and legendary cards have to have powerful effects. No, that's not set in stone. This can be comboed. You can make a lot of shakus with the new cards for rogues from the old expansion, Whispers of the Old Gods. We just need to find a way to make shaku viable. It definitely won't be competitive, but it's still a very interesting card. Blizzard is trying to push a stealth rogue deck, so let's try to make a stealth rogue deck. The next 3 cards are Grukfu, Master 5 mana 3/5 Wind Fury, Worgen Greaser 4 mana 6/3 and a Hired Gun 3 mana 4/3 Taunt. I put these 3 cards together because there is not so much to talk about. These are just cards that are very vanilla like, and they are very good because they are kind of a nerf for some of the portals from One Night in Karazhan, and we need these type of cards for arena. So that's all about these 3 cards. The next card is a 2 mana 2/1 Bluegill Sniper, deal 1 damage, and it is a Murloc, so it's better than Elven Archer because it has 1 attack, but this is just an arena card, or maybe there is a Murloc deck waiting and this Bluegill Sniper will snipe any enemy in sight. The next card is Backroom Bouncer, 4 mana 4/4. Whenever a minion dies, gain 1 attack. So this is a flesh-eating ghoul, but on steroids. It has more health, more attack. So this is also an arena card, or maybe I am wrong and maybe this will play also in standard or wild, but it's still a very good card in arena. The next one is the controversial Doppelganger, 5 mana 2/2 Battlecry, summon 2 copies of this minion. So this is very powerful in Evolved Shaman, or with the new buff cards for Paladin, Hunter or Warrior, or just in general. It's a very good card. You get 2 more copies of this, and if you buff him up you get very powerful minions, free even, for 5 mana, so that is very valuable. And we have the next card is Dirty Rat, 2 mana Taunt, 2/6 Battle Cry. Your opponent summons a random minion from their hand. So it's just like Deathrattle, but it doesn't summon from their deck, it summons it from their hand. So maybe this is for priest. If you have Shadow War Death and you summon Dirty Rat and Ragnaros comes down and then you Shadow War Death him, or you play against aggro and they lose their battle cry, or I don't know. This is a very interesting card and is a very anti-aggro card indeed. It may see play, but it may take some time to find the right deck for this little rascal. The next card is a legendary one, Auctioneer Beardo. 3 mana 3/4, after you cast a spell, refresh your hero power. So this is very controversial because TGT will rotate out in 4 months. Inspire was not that powerful, and with this you get a Koldara Drake for every class. So maybe a class that really needs the hero power refreshed can use it, but you have to have a lot of spells, so you cannot abuse your hero power that often. And I don't know if this is very powerful, but the body is good and the effect is kind of powerful. Maybe with Finley you can combo it. It's still a very interesting card. And the last card is a very interesting one, Madame Goya, 6 mana 4/3 Battle Cry, choose a friendly minion, swap it with a minion from your deck. So one class can abuse this effect, it's priest, because it's just like an Entomb. You can get a minion from your opponent with Potion of Madness, Shadow Madness, or any other card that can give you his minion for 1 turn, then Madame Goya and summon a minion from your deck. But the problem is a lot of minions have a lot of very good battle cries, or you can combo this card with Barnes. It's still a very interesting card and very powerful if you want to get, I don't know, for Warrior Gromash or Tyrion Forging or Ishar, the Rage Unbound, the Deathwing. It's a very interesting card and very good indeed. And with that said, these are all the cards from 1 week with the Grimy Goons. The next week is the Cabals, and I hope you will join me to review those cards as well. Until then, don't forget to have fun. See you guys.